Talk about those matchups with Tim Duncan, bro. That you bring that up, like, cause he was a monster down there.
He was tough. He was tough. He was tough because it's not much you can do sometimes, but trying to bother him. But he's so disciplined and patient, and their offense. Once something's working, they're gonna find the same thing in different ways and different counters that you don't even see, and. It was beautiful to watch and be part of it. Like San Antonio was a franchise that, that I admired, from afar. Like, hey, these guys do everything the right way. They play the right way. They all fall in line. They all execute. They pass the ball, extra pass. So they have no problem with that. So it's a team that I admire. So to play against them and, upset them one year and then go back in battles in the playoffs or be in the same division and play them 4 times. I think those challenges made us who we were too. It made us better because they're gonna expose your flaws as a team. And if you're not disciplined, they're gonna burn your ass. If you cheat, they're gonna burn your ass. So you have to play the best, make no mistakes. They don't jump on pump fakes. They don't use the hands. They don't put you in the foul line. They did everything the right way. So I cherish those moments against the best. That's the reason you come to the NBA, to measure yourself against the best. And Timmy was for sure.
For sure.
One of the
ones. Yeah, he were, man.
Yeah, that's
a lot of great years, man. Just for me, just to give you your flowers too, bro. Like coming in, playing with you, having a chance to play with you, and man, it was probably some best times of my career. And your IQ for the game as a big man, you're like a guard. You know what I mean? The way you play, you're not selfish. You pass the ball. You got me cracking. You know what I mean? You got Tony cracking.
For sure.
You got the whole nucleus cracking. But I just want to give you flowers and say, bro, it was a delight being in the battle in the trenches with you, and you one of the best to ever do it, man. For sure.
Thank you.
Show out the mud.
Same way for me, brother. Same way for me.
Yeah.
Like, I think from the first time that we stepped into training camp I think it was Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham.
I'm like, oh shit, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice because the way he plays, where he wants the ball, the way I see it, the way I play, it's just a perfect match. So Trent told me like, hey, you need to work on this and this for it to be, successful. And okay, shit, say no more.
You know what play I used to love y'all motherfuckers used to do?
Which one?
That high-low.
The high-low.
You don't see that shit no more. I'm wide open in the corner. Zebo got 2 motherfuckers on him. He still get that motherfucker to him. I'm like,
my boy gonna give me that motherfucker. I knew I was gonna get it for my boy, though,
but I don't know how y'all got that chemistry, bro, but that used to kill opponents. Like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like nothing they can do. It's like
they couldn't do shit.
As soon as y'all get 3 on one side, it's like, all right, the other guy gonna come pop at the free throw line. I got the shot. Marc, you had the shot there 70% of the time. But you would throw it over the top, throw it in. Wait, how y'all develop that chemistry, bro?
Like I said, from training camp, from practice.
Oh,
that's the thing. Like, we were able to practice a lot before, back then at least, and going through those practices and figure out ways to be effective and be competitive against the blue team and killing them. That was okay. That gave us confidence. Like, shit. Okay, we get this going, and then I have to develop, a little more shot because at first I wasn't shooting the elbow.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, because at first, good pass, but they're gonna sag. Like I need to develop, so I kept working all year on that elbow shot, and keeping it high because like from here I could pass, pass fake and shoot it. So I worked and tried to develop. Counters to the way they were playing us. So I try to be a step ahead. So I always had a tool, to attack the team or how they would play us.
I used to see that. You gave it to him 3 times now. I didn't work. All right, now, not this time. Swing through upstairs. TA, get back.
Hey, we all had a role, killer. We all had a role. We all had a role. We all had a role.
No, when you were saying about the jump shot, though, I think once you left Memphis, you went to Toronto, and I think that was like the start of like the bigs being a trail big, and they can shoot 3 now. It's like we wanted you to do that in Memphis, and you was like, yo, what the hell? I'm like, it's like you didn't really want to do it, but then happened to do it.
Yeah,
in Toronto.
Yeah. They 5 out and with me up top, and they start pinning down. It's like a lot of motion. That way, I can pass. And first, you take the big out of the paint. if you have a the 3-point shot, like you take the other big out of the paint, so there's a lot of space behind everybody, and everybody's used to guarding things a certain way and having the protection of the big. Well, once you bring the big out of the paint, well, the communication changes, right? The role defensively change. So I just never liked do it to do it. Like do it because the game calls for it, not just be trailing shoot a three just because the numbers say it. That to me, like I always needed a basketball reason. Like and I want to take the shot that I want to take. I don't want to take a shot just because they sack off. Like, don't worry, I know I have it. Let me get everybody going, and then I'm gonna take the shot whenever I feel like I need to take the shot. But I always understood also the coach's side, because at that point, like analytics were being like thrown at you a lot more than we started playing, and they were like, well, Marc, but if you shoot it 10 times, well, 4 of them at least are gonna go in, and like, we don't know that.
Coming at you.
Yeah, like, we don't know that. No, you don't know that. Basketball is a field game, and you can go 0 for 10 and you ice your game out of the game. Yeah. Like let me get to the post, let me get a little bit a different feeling. That way, you keep the defense guessing it too, right? They don't know what to come at you with. They don't know what you're gonna do. If everything is numbers based, and we don't leave anything, to the creativity of the player, everything's predictable. Right. So I liked it to mix it up and then take the shots that when I wanted to take them.